Hello, friends.
Hello,
Jai Hind.
friends. Jai Hind.
I have
I
the honor
have
of
the honor
having
of
a
having
very
a very,
renowned
very renowned
professor from
professor from
Tata Institute of
Tata
Social
Institute of
Sciences.
Social Sciences.
In fact,
In fact,
Professor
Professor
Yengkgom,
Yengkgom,
here
Jilangamba,
he's been
here he's
talking
been
a lot. So
talking
all
a
I've
lot.
heard
All
is
I've heard
peace
is
on
peace
peace in
on
Manipur.
peace in Manipur.
Let's go ahead
Let's go
and
ahead
talk
and talk
to the
to
professor.
the professor.
Thank you
Thank
very much
you
for
very
taking
much for
out
taking out
your time, sir.
your time, sir.
Thank you, Major. Yeah.
Sir, we've been
Sir, we've
hearing
been
your
hearing your views,
very rational,
very rational, very
practical views.
practical views.
Sir,
Sir, would like to know if
what would be
what
your
would be your solution to bring
peace
back
in a
peace in a
state
peaceful state
like Manipur,
like
sir?
Manipur, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Major, for for talking about peace in a time like this when almost everyone seems to be talking only about violence and war and hatred and so on and so forth. It's high time, in fact, it's already late for peace to come back to Manipur. As I have shared at other platforms as well, what we really need right now is an immediate intervention especially from the state apparatus, both at the state government level as well as the central government level, to ensure that people feel a sense of security. Um, the reason why people are still, carrying guns and other kinds of weapons, in my opinion, because they feel that the state is not a state and the security apparatus, they're not able to provide them security. So I think the first step should be for the government to ensure that people feel safe, that people are able to go back to their homes, have a good night's sleep, which they have not been doing, by the way, for almost 4 months now. Um, Once you do that, then I think people will also, be ready to talk about dialogue and peace and various other measures so that we can bring about a lasting peace. The other is also, I think we should not forget that thousands of people were displaced and they're staying in relief camps. So, immediate intervention is also needed for them. They're living in, from what I've heard, friends and other colleagues that I know of who have been working in these relief camps, people's, the condition under which they live, that's a horrific condition. So, there is immediate attention that needs to be paid to the displaced who are staying in relief camps. Also, in the long term, we have to ensure that they feel safe enough to be able to go back to their original homes. And providing that security is the responsibility of the state government and, of course, with the help of the central government. I think that, that would be, you know, what we need at this point of time, right? How we're going to ensure that, of course, we can talk about various other measures, but I think immediately that's what we need to be doing.
Right, sir.
Right, sir.
Sir, tell
Sir,
me,
tell me
how I
how
hope it
I
has
hope it has
affected
affected
you
you
personally.
personally. I hope you have
By
not
the
been by the violence
where your
where
family.
your family.
I couldn't, your audio was breaking. I couldn't hear you properly. If you can come again.
Sir,
Sir, I hope it doesn't come out deep. I mean, you have not been, your family is safe,
Manipur, sir.
Manipur, sir.
Yes, my family, fortunately, is safe in the sense, in the sense that they have not faced any immediate sort of direct physical violence. But they have been living, because my family happens to be in the new vocabulary near the front lines. So they have been living, so my nephew and niece, the small children, they're not living at home. They're living some elsewhere with relatives' place. My older male members in the village, they are guarding the village. All the women also have to go out at night and guard the village. And my mother is quite old, so it's disturbing, seeing disturbing situation for the last almost 4 months. But fortunately, no physical injury, no harm. We're lucky in that sense.
Sir,
we've all heard your views on various platforms, and we wanted to
tell me,
you would be having a lot of research as well. Has it affected your relationship with your cookie friends?
They may not be
able to look at because you are a mighty.
Yes, that's the tragedy of what has happened. That it has affected, all kinds of relationships, including relations of friendship as well. Luckily, I happen to be a teacher, so I also have a lot of students who are from various ethnic backgrounds, not just from the Northeast, but from all across the country. So I have had at least the opportunity to be able to talk. I mean, we don't talk a lot, but at least I have tried to convey to them that I'm a teacher first of all. I'm not. We don't have to reduce ourselves to only our ethnic identity, and I think we have to ensure that we have other identities, and that those other identities are also equally important when we interact with others. So I'm not just defined by my ethnic identity. I'm also a teacher. I'm also someone who engages in socio-political issues. So I tried to at least give a sense that I'm not going to be defined only by my ethnic identity, and that also means that I think students from different ethnic backgrounds also feel comfortable to talk to me about this issue as well.
Right, sir.
Right, sir. Before we let you go, I know you have a student presentation as well. Any last message you would like to throw to the viewers, sir?
Well, I think we have to be, it's gone on for a very long time. So the responsibility that we all have had to carry out, I think there have been lapses. And I'm talking about responsibility not just from government politicians and administrators, but also from public figures, such as you and media fraternity and the civil society organizations, especially in the rest of the country. I think when they speak, it would be received well, and I think it would have an impact in Manipur, in bringing peace in Manipur, if they speak with the sensitivity that is required. I have heard, from the very beginning, quite a lot of insensitive statements being made, about this or that community, even by journalists and civil society organizations. Those kinds of statements have an impact on what is going on in Manipur. So I would appeal, especially to the journalists and civil society organizations in the rest of the country, that when it's a layered conflict. So when you try to understand and intervene, please be mindful that your words have an impact on what's going on the ground. So that would be my appeal to the people.
Right, sir.
Right, sir. Thank you very much for taking your time, sir. As promised, giving your time for your. It's an honor speaking to you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure, Major. Thank you. Thank you, Major. Yeah. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. You too, sir.
Thank you, sir.